Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Citrus. In the game of Citrus, the board has two sides. I've set the board up as the full game. The other side is missing this outside track. So on your turn, you will have two options and two options only. Either build a plantation next to one of the fincas or the houses. You must be orthogonally adjacent, or take income. Income is equal to the number on the right hand side of your last meeple. So if green was about to build, so we'll do the build first, he would build one of these rows. Now, bear in mind you cannot take a row that's got 4, it's got to have 3 or less, so you can't take that one or that one, the rest are fair game. So if he builds that, that's going to cost him 3 money. 1, 2, 3. So money's on the bottom of the track here. And then he chooses where to build his places, and he might do pink there. He takes one of his meeples and places it onto one of the pinks, and he'll throw orange there, and he needs to show a meeple onto the other orange. On his next turn, he once again has those decisions. If he decides to take an income, he will take one of his guys back, score points, so each tile is worth 1 point. If there's a little fountain on one of the tiles, that's worth 2 points, so that would be worth 1 point to him. So he takes the point, puts that meeple back, and then takes the income of whatever is on the right hand side of that meeple, so 7 income, which puts him back up to 10. And that's pretty much the game. It doesn't seem like much. However, the rules with placing these orchards is that you can only place one colour off each of these rows per finca. So pink and orange can no longer be planted in either of those two spots. The other thing to realise is this does not belong to anyone at the moment. To make that belong to you again, say this player decides to buy this what to build, it'll cost him 3 money, 2, 3. Now what he could do is place one orange there and a second orange there. And what he's suddenly done is this has become his. The only thing to be aware of is if on the sale that's what it looks like, he cannot build an orange in either of those spaces. Simply because the size of the orange space that you're building from has to be equal to or larger than the size you're taking over. So this one's got 2 tiles in it. If you put one here, that's 1 tile against 2, it's not big enough. He would need to actually wait till he can use one of these ones or build across from one of these others to get to there. But because that's what it looks like, he could very easily do that or that, depending on what he's trying to do. And then suddenly he can take that over and that's his. And then place yellow there, etc. Now you may also notice that there are a whole bunch of these little tiles around the board. You will get those tiles as your bonus when you build over the top of a tile. So if this player, instead of building there, built here, he would gain that tile. Any of the ones that have the points on the bottom, just go upside down below your home board, and that's some points at the end of the game. Any that have this little +2 or +3 marker, basically push this forward, so it gives you 2 extra money, and then gets removed from the game. This one that he just took is an extra one of these. So what that enables him to do is to take any one of these markers from the market and just build it straight away without having to worry about having to pay for it or anything like that. Once that's been used, that gets thrown out of the game. The other ones to deal with are the bridge. What that allows him to do is to build over the top of one of these rock areas, or it allows you to build over the top of a neutral plantation, which, take that one off, that is now a neutral plantation. Now bear in mind, with neutral plantations, you cannot build next to it. You have to actually leave space if you're going on the same colour, unless you're of a larger area. These ones allow you to score the fincas with 1 space still around them. So what you'll notice, there's little scoring points on the bottom of these fincas. That will get scored when all of the 8 spaces around that finca are completed. What that allows you to do is go, that one's not going to get a spot if these ones and this one was full. Okay, that can now get scored. That one stays on the board and it doesn't get removed unless obviously someone builds over there, then they get to take that off to use it again. And the other one is these ones that allows you to build an extra finca. So when you do that, you would take one of these markers, put it on one of those spots. So let's say it goes there. Then you refill this area so that's complete. What you've just done is basically when this gets reduced down to only having 3 things in it, that's when a new one would come out anyway. So that comes out, you play your turn, basically when it's 3 or less, comes out, play your turn, then we refill that market from the bag. That doesn't seem like much of a game other than you can only put one of each color on a finca. So suddenly what you're having to do is work out that balance between buying these and selling them, so you've got enough money to be able to buy more, and then being able to take over stuff and be able to build up to get extra points. This is far more of a game than it seems when you first read the rules. I suggest very heavily that you have a play of the game or you go ahead and watch my gameplay to get a real good feel for how this game actually plays. So I'll leave it there for the moment because I've been through all the rules. There really aren't that many to it, but the gameplay is really crucial. So please go ahead, watch my next video. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplained, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.